Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, and feel free to comment down below what you would like me to do for future guitar and music-related videos. So thank you for watching Gray's Guitars. So today we are talking about our old friend's Gravity guitar picks, and I wanted to see, because these are considered a boutique pick, I got a 6mm here now too that I ordered just to see what the 6mm was like. I wanted to see if I could find something similar. It did almost the same exact thing, same exact thickness, but for a lot cheaper. So, I mean, I went to the guys that you would expect me to go to. I went to Dunlop, looked at all of their picks, and found a couple that I thought were fairly similar in thickness, and we'll just go from there. So the ones I got here are the Dunlop Durlin is what it's called. So it's not Tortex, it's called Durlin. 1.5mm. It's purple. This is actually the same exact size as the Gravity guitar pick. It might be a little bit smaller of a pick in general, but I'm talking about millimeters in thickness. Same exact size. The next one that I got that I thought was going to be the same thickness, but I think this is more of like an 80mm or maybe like a 1mm. I actually have a 1mm pick on the table, so I'll compare it to that in a second. This is the Gin Dunlop USA H Heavy. And the reason behind these was Fender makes picks in different ranges. They have like a small, medium, large, extra large type thing, heavy. And there is actually an extra heavy, which I probably should have got as opposed to this. But I had one of these before and I broke it, and I really liked the pick. So I was like, why not? It's like $4 for a pack. Let's go for it. So the main reason you're probably wondering is why I'm trying to find something that's basically like this pick for a lot cheaper is because of cost of money. So one of these picks with shipping typically I think was like $8 or $9. We're going to say it was probably pushing like $10-ish. So the pick itself, I think, is about $4.99, $5. Shipping is like $3. But they do include 2 additional picks, I think, with your first purchase. I got the Stealth 1.10, and then I got the Sunrise Standard 2. So they did give you a couple additional picks when you ordered it, which was kind of nice. When I ordered the 6mm, this is where it gets expensive. This pick was like $10, $14 roughly plus shipping. So for 2 picks, because this did come with another one of the Stealth, the thinner picks, but the thicker picks here are pushing $14. Really, really pricey. Did not want to particularly spend that kind of money on a guitar pick, which is why I sought out to find different guitar picks that basically do the same thing. Now, if you look here, I'm going to go back because we're basically going to be talking about the 1.5mm for everything today. So I want to talk about flex. So when I do this, very hard, very little flex. Some people want flex in the pick, some people don't, but keep in mind something like this, the 1.5mm, you're going to get very little flex. If I go down to their 1.10, still pretty hard, but a lot more flex in the pick. Just for comparison, I also have a regular 1.0 for the Dunlop here, Tortex, and this very, very bendy, very, very bendy. So what I noticed about this pick that I liked is it's stiff, not a lot of flex. So that's why I found this guy. But the 2 major differences, or I should say the 1 major difference between the 2 is rubbing. This is a very slick pick. It's almost plasticky, so this, I could definitely see this flying out of my hand. Otherwise, it plays pretty much exactly the same as the Gravity, but the difference is whatever material they use in the Gravity, it's similar to like the Gibson Nitro finishes. When you rub it, it actually gets harder to rub. The more heat on the material, the harder it is to rub. Where this, I rub it, and there is a little bit of friction there, but it's a little bit more slippery than this guy. Going on to the Heavy, as you can see here, kind of bending the crap out of it. This is probably not as thick as I really wanted it to be. Grip-wise, this actually is pretty much, feels to me like the same exact material, very similar. It might not be the exact same material, but just feeling it. They're both smooth and glassy. As you can see, they're both see-through. And they definitely, the warmer it gets, the harder it is. This is a little bit better at doing that job, but this gets the job done as well. So, which I'm thinking is, if you want something like a Gravity 1.5 pick, go after your best bet. If you want the exact size, is they have this pick. They have a gator grip, so 1.5 millimeter gator grip. It's going to probably give you the same exact stiffness, but it will have that better grip. Or go for the extra heavy for the Dunlop USA. It's called like a gel pick, I believe is what they call these. Then that'll get you that thickness. And it shouldn't be as flexible as this one, because this one is definitely more... Yeah, this one is basically, look, eyeball on them, it's basically a 1 millimeter pick. So pretty much same depth as a 1 millimeter pick. I don't know if you can see down there. Polish-wise, with most picks, you're going to have one rough spot. All Dunlop picks, it's typically the top edge. The Gravity, it's nice polished all around the edges, nice and smooth. You don't have any of those edges on the 1.5, but you do have that edge right here on the 1.10. So that's something that's really easy to get rid of. If you have like an ivory board for like filing your nails, something along those lines, if you're a guy, you got a pocket knife that usually has one of them included, like a Swiss Army knife, or a piece of sandpaper will work just as fine. If that really annoys you, just sand it down and you're good to go. But I think I have basically found something that is comparable enough to the Gravity guitar pick where I don't really think I'll probably be buying any more of them unless I want like a really thick pick, because there's not many people out there that are making a 6 millimeter pick. As far as I know, Dunlop only goes to 4. It's actually kind of weird. It's 4.20 millimeters. Yeah, haha, 420, whatever. There is a flow pick, which I have ordered a set of those. I think the set goes from like 60 to up to like a 3 millimeter. I know there's like 8 picks included, and every pick is a different millimeter thickness to see which one I want. Those are actually a little bit more expensive. That was $10 for that variety pack of 8 picks. So I'm thinking that those are more on the boutique pick side of things. Obviously, everything kind of comes down to cost. Gravity guitar picks, V picks, similar picks like that. They're an independent company. They don't have millions of dollars, all of these crazy machines, all of these employees. They're, basically pumping these things out nonstop as fast as they can. I actually had to order all of these picks had to be online, which was kind of annoying because I found out on Amazon Prime, unless I order Amazon, unless I have Prime, my brother does, so thank you to my brother for letting me borrow your Prime so I didn't have to pay shipping. I think these both came in a 12-pack. They were like $4, $5 for a pack of 12, which is very reasonable. That's typically what your guitar picks are going to cost you. $4 or $5 for a pack of 12, as opposed to $10 for 3, or technically 1. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy the Gravity guitar picks. I just don't like the idea of, I forgot my pick at band practice. I lost it at a gig. It fell out of my pocket or whatever, and there goes $5. And so, that's why I'm kind of looking, because who doesn't lose picks all the time? There are very few people out there that have the first pick they ever played with. I'm pretty good at keeping track of them, but I've probably lost 3 or 4 of them just over the years that I've been playing. You forget them somewhere. As I said, they fall out of your pocket, your wallet, whatever. You have your wallet pick, you leave it at Guitar Center and forget about it. All those types of good, terrible things. But obviously the idea is I'd rather lose this pick right here than this $5 pick, which is why I kind of went on my journey to find something that was comparable to Gravity guitar picks enough that it has the stiffness, etc. I will be trying to use this pick almost exclusively, the 1.5 millimeter. I'll probably still use the other ones from time to time, depending on what I'm doing. The really thick picks I love for bass. That 6 millimeter pick is beautiful for my bass guitar. I love using it on that. But it's a little bit too big for guitar playing, unless you're doing like rhythm. Then you're perfectly fine. But for me, it's just a little bit too chunky to want to deal with it for playing guitar at this point in time. But I'm going to try to use this, see how often or if it slips out of my hands. Something you can do that Gravity does too, which I think is an excellent idea, is see all the little holes in there? Get a drill bit, make a pattern, drill a few holes through the pick, you're good to go. Or get a little bit of sandpaper, rough up the one edge a tiny bit, and that'll give you a little bit more grip on it. Because the print, which is going to wear off at some point, because I know it will, that is what I am most gripped to when putting it in my hand. The backside, as I said, very, very slidey. And then if I do it with this, you can see it's a lot harder to slide. Obviously, I like the laser cut thing too, because that means the name ain't ever going to go anywhere. Obviously, it's cheaper to just put it on there as opposed to laser cut it into each individual pick. Or press it in, however Gravity does it. But that is kind of one of the perks of Gravity too, is that is going to stay there forever. It gives you a little bit extra grip. And same even with it here. They imprint it on the front of the pick, and it just gives you that little bit of extra grip to hold on to the pick. So we'll see which I like. Maybe I'll probably do an update video to this at some point in time. But I just wanted to let you guys know you don't have to go out there if you don't have the money. You don't want to spend $5 per pick doing with Gravity. I mean, as I said, your money, do whatever you want with it. But I was looking more for something along the same lines that's cheaper, because obviously if I can save a buck, I'm going to try to go out there and save a buck. And buying a bunch of variety of different guitar picks is always a good way to do that, because you can never have too many, because you're going to lose them. Someone's going to take them. Your buddy forgets one, you give one to them, they take it, there goes one of your picks. That's just how it is right now in time. Anyway, thank you for watching. This is Gray's Guitars. My name is Steve Gray, and as always, have a good one.